Hello fight fans, welcome to Boxing Blogs guys, and if you're new to the channel, click the like and subscribe right now, man. So, according to what I've heard so far from BBC FBI guys, shout out to the BBC FBI guys who keep giving me, credible information, man. They said that after Anthony Joshua met with the richest black man in the universe, or you might say the richest African man as well, Aliko Dangote. So Aliko Dangote is beginning to have interest in boxing. Is looking forward in trying to invest in boxing, and also wants Anthony Joshua to fight in Nigeria someday. Well, I heard some rumors that Joshua Ruiz were going to be was going to be in Nigeria because one of the Nigerian billionaires, what's his name, Femi Otedola, I don't know how you guys, if you're Yoruba, I don't know how you pronounce it. I mean, Otedola, contacted Matro Boxing, maybe his representatives, to see if Joshua can fight original, take the original bout in Nigeria to Nigeria. But I don't think personally that will happen, because Cardiff remains the front runner. And I don't see Andrew Jr. going to Nigeria to want to fight Anthony Joshua, because that would be a suicide mission for Andrew Jr. He's not going to win. That would be a short banker. Andrew Jr. will be scared. Listen, I have to say that Americans tend to think they have, this strong mindset. They tend to think, why am I calling original American? Because he was born in America. So in my opinion, original, no matter how much he would call himself Mexican American, in my opinion, original, no matter how much he would call himself a Mexican, not Mexican American, because he always says Mexican. He's not Mexican, he's Mexican American. I will keep saying that, just like Joshua is a British Nigerian. I can never say Joshua is just Nigerian and not British, because both countries made him, okay? Both countries made him what he is right now. So if you're a professional athlete, you must give credit to the country that gave you the chance to progress, and the country that gave birth to you, okay? Yes, Andres Jr. parents are from Mexico, but he was born in the States, so that makes him a Mexican American. That's just the fact, man. The facts are facts, so I'm not going to argue anyone who come here and say he's just Mexico. If he's so Mexico, or if he's so Mexican, and he would have, realized his dream in Mexico. Would have gone to Mexico and realized his dream. Why stay in America if you're not going to give the credit to the country that actually give you the chance and opportunity to be who you want to be? Because I think Mexico, you never get that. Lots of corruption and other stuff going there right there, and we know Nigeria we also have corruption, but we don't have a cartel or whatever like that. No, it's different. So, but this is not a political video. It's just a video to talk about the possibility of anti-social fight in Nigeria, and also Aliko Dangote, the richest black man in the universe, looking to invest in boxing. Will Aliko Dangote invest in boxing? Maybe. I will still say maybe, okay, because it depends on whether Nigerians will embrace boxing. We know now that the youths in Nigeria embrace boxing. They love boxing. But there's a problem, since we don't really have a solid boxing promoter. In fact, I cannot even tell you one solid one solid boxing promoter in Nigeria. I can tell you lots of names, but I can actually give you a solid boxing promoter. I can say, okay, we have some solid managers, boxing managers. Guys like Nelson Ayelabo is a very great boxing manager, but other than the guy, who else is as credible as he is? Who is as credible as Nelson Ayelabo? No one. So I think if at the end of Matchroom Boxing takes Matchroom to Nigeria, that is when Aliko Dangote you want to invest in boxing because he knows what any of Matchroom Boxing brings. He knows the quality, of the man. You know what I mean? So that would be very nice to see. But at the end of Matchroom Boxing, I will have to interview the guy and talk to him, maybe face to face. That's why it's so very painful. It's painful sometimes when I cannot go to these events, because I've got things to settle out here. Being a dad is not easy, man. And when I say being a dad, you have to be present every time. You're not going to be a dad that you don't see your child for for 2-3 years, and except you and the mom don't get along. But when it's like that, then you've got to be in your child's life is very important. So we see what happens. Aliko Dangote wanted to actually invest in Arsenal. We all know that he's an Arsenal fan. At one time he wanted to buy the club or buy a share from it. But I don't know what really happened. It's like they weren't really interested. I can understand why they were interested. The club was not interested because you know what it is. They don't want an African man, to own a youth club like that. I'm still saying it. So we'll see what happens with it. But I know that after him and Joshua met, I know that positivity came from it, and I know there are things that's going to happen in Nigeria. That's why I'm actually urging and pledging, in fact begging on Nigerian youth right now to start supporting boxing, because boxing is a sweet science. Boxing is a sport that you would love. Yes, we know our fathers, our parents wouldn't want to see us become a boxer because they feel like people get brain damage, which is true. But boxing is also known as sweet science. There are 1 or 2 things you can learn from it. It can listen. All those like little guys in Nigeria, all those like regular street area boys, if they become boxers, they will learn how to be disciplined. We have too many talents in Nigeria to waste. So all those guys can, get into some one sport or another. And if Aliko Dangote is trying to invest in boxing, and I would like to see him invest in other sports as well. I know football is already huge in Nigeria, so Aliko Dangote cannot really influence nothing about that, because we know that our NFL is corrupt and one-sided. But Aliko Dangote, if he does invest in boxing in Nigeria, I think it will take something special for that to happen. Maybe for example Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, taking Matchroom to Nigeria, and that might really inspire him or encourage him to invest. But if not, then we remain the same. Remember where we are right now, man. Where we are right now. And Aliko Dangote has a lot of things to do. He's been doing lots of stuff for Nigeria. Some people are saying, well, so I think the last video I made about him, people were coming here and saying, Robert, listen, this man made his money legit. You might say, where his dad was a rich man already, this, but his dad was never, never in his position right now, man. You know what I mean? So it takes determination, motivation, and brain to uplift yourself, and to improve, yourself. There are people whose parents are rich. When you give them that money, you know what they would do with it? Party, buy cars, buy chains, buy stuff. Use money for useless stuff. Spending on girls and other stuff. Aliko Dangote He's a guy who knew that, listen, my father was okay, but I want to be much more better than my father. And that's how he came about. So we should always give credit to Aliko Dangote and what he's been doing in Nigeria so far. He's not our governor or president. He's not a politician. So we should always give him credit. And I don't want him to become a politician. That will actually damage his reputation if he does become a politician, because we know that there are lots of corrupt men in Nigeria, top offices, and those guys, you know what it is. They will try and you know, blacklist you, and you know what I mean, so blackmail or something like that. It's just crazy, man. So let's hope for a better Nigeria, and let's also hope that this can also inspire to actually do things. But I think it will take someone like Eddie Hearn of Metro Boxing to impress him, to want to invest in it. Joshua going to Nigeria, meeting with him and having good time does not, we know, impress him, you know, because he's a businessman. So if he's investing money in a fight, if he's going to invest money in a fighter or in a company, he has to know that, listen, I'm getting something out of it, man. Businessmen don't play around. Whatever they put their hands on, money has to come from it. That's how it is, man. So like the video, share, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. How do you guys feel about this? Are you happy about this if it happens, or do you think Dangote should not invest in it even if you have the chance to? Because remember, when he wanted to invest in Arsenal and the Arsenal Football Club and personally buy it, you know, we know what the Western media said about him. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. But I believe that charity should begin at home, and there are lost Nigerians right now, as I'm speaking right now. The lost Nigerians who can be like Joshua, you know, maybe not as humble as Joshua, okay? Because no one can actually be like Joshua in terms of being humble. In fact, I myself, I'm not that humble, you know, because Joshua has been thrown, Joshua has been hit with rocks, with irons, with melters, with guns and everything, but he never retaliate or never want to do something to the people. He just laugh and move on. I cannot do that. When you throw some shakes to me, I reply, man. That's just a fact. So I'm not that humble. I'm just a regular guy. You know what I mean? So like the video, guys. Like I said before, share, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs below. Go follow me on Instagram at BoxingBlog. Follow me on Twitter at BoxingBlog, and as well on Facebook at BoxingBlog. Stay blessed, stay hungry, stay home, man. Cheers.